Here is one of the major reasons I cannot deconvert from Christianity. First 10 account stories like this.
As I preached, on the last tier of seats, over to my right on the last row top seats, were three men that I'd never seen before. And they had laughed and made fun. 3 times. I stopped. And I said the last time, if you men don't want to hear me preach, a lot of these people have come from miles to be here tonight, and they do, would you just get up and walk out of the arena? One of them said, if you think you're man enough to come up here and put us out, you just come up here. And I prayed a prayer. Dear Jesus, let me backslide for 15 minutes. And I promise you, Lord, if you'll let me backslide for 15 minutes, I'll go up there and beat the devil out of all 3 of them. And God said, I didn't call you to fight, I called you to preach. He said, you turn them over to me. And I did. And they continued to mock all the way through the sermon. I fully intended to never show them enough attention to address them again. But just as I was ready to pronounce the benediction, my arm came up. My arm just came up. I said, I do not give 3 gentlemen honor. But all 3 of you stepped over God's deadline. God signed your death warrant, and God's going to kill all 3 of you. That was about 10:15 Sunday night. At 8 o'clock the next morning, I didn't know who these men were. They were 3 businessmen. One of them put the key in the door of his office on Main Street, Ringo, Louisiana, and dropped dead. At 11:30, the second man started across the street to a little restaurant to have his lunch from his office, and a lady was driving up the street and almost ran over him. She said he just walking along normal, he had flat on his face, and died right there in the street. At 5:30 that afternoon, the third man was sitting in his office, and he said to his secretary, my 2 friends are in hell, and before the sun goes down, I'll join them. And pitched out of their feet a corpse.
That Jesus has got to be real, but what's got the cognitive dissonance flaming up in me, if there's no Moses, if there's no Adam and Eve, don't I have a good reason to doubt whether Jesus is real? Because you remember, he saw Moses and Elijah on the Mount of Transfiguration. Who were they if there was no Moses? And no other religion has this happen. Hinduism, Islam, Mormonism, only in Christianity.